We got Saturday night's main event this coming weekend, and I figured it's the perfect time to give you all my predictions for this 3-match card that we are given for Saturday night's main event. Really, if you ask me in general, how do I feel about the Saturday night's main event, sort of, I guess, TV special live event? I'm not really fond of it because, you know, it's 2 hours in length, and you should think 2 hours in length, it's probably going to be easily digestible. It's going to be quick in and out. But really, when you sit down and watch one of these shows, I mean, it's just riddled with commercials after commercials, and it really takes you out of the match. And usually there's like about 4 matches on this card. So the fact that we only have 3 matches here, if they're going to announce something later on during SmackDown or like last minute on, you know, social media or something like that, but we only have 3 matches, and one of them is a Goldberg match. So I don't really foresee that we're going to get a 20-minute Goldberg match, you know, during this Saturday night's main event for his retirement match. But I figured it's probably the best time to give you all my predictions for this Saturday night's main event card. So I guess we're going to start off here with Drew McIntyre against Randy Orton. This match was created last week after Drew McIntyre returned and essentially confronted both Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, and they kind of teased the tension between all 3 guys, kind of where potentially these feuds will end up. Like if Cody wins at SummerSlam, you could potentially see Randy against Cody, you could potentially see Drew against Cody. So they're kind of prepping you for that as that comes along. I think this is a Drew McIntyre win because Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, like, they're 2 established guys, right? And we haven't really seen both of them like in action against each other, I think, for like 5 years or something like that, ever since, you know, COVID pandemic time. So I say this is a Drew McIntyre win because think about it, if Drew McIntyre wins this match, that adds a lot more fuel to the fire as far as that Randy Orton heel turn that they're kind of letting simmer, because you've seen that, you know, for the last couple of weeks, the whole Randy Orton sort of, you know, is he going to turn on Cody, right? Because he's giving Cody like kind of like dirty looks, so to speak. So, you know, maybe if Drew McIntyre ends up beating Randy, maybe that adds more fuel to the fire as far as Randy's heel turn. So next we have Seth Rollins of the Seth Riders against LA Knight. Seth Rollins this past week and his whole group took out the entire sort of babyface division out of Monday Night Raw. They took out Jey Uso, Penta, etc., Sami Zayn, and now they got LA Knight. So I believe this is probably going to be a Seth Rollins win. I believe that, you know, why would Seth Rollins, as the leader of this group, why would he lose to LA Knight? And I know a lot of people aren't going to like the fact that LA Knight is going to take a pin to Seth Rollins, but honestly, I think he'll get over it. I think eventually he has to make the switch over to Raw. They've kind of been flirting with it for the last couple of weeks, but they haven't made anything official. So I think Seth Rollins, to kind of maintain his sort of stance in that group and his sort of position on Monday night, I think he's probably going to end up with the win here. Now, does that mean we see him at the end of the night during the main event to attempt to cash in? This is where it could get a lot more juicier, so to speak, because let's say Seth, right? He attempts to cash in Money in the Bank contract against Goldberg and or Gunther at the end of the night, right? Maybe he tries to make it a triple threat, but maybe Roman Reigns ends up, you know, stopping him and ends up fighting him off, because they legitimately took out all the baby faces, like I said, this past Monday night. So realistically, there's nobody left that can stop Rollins, right? I don't, like, if Punk shows up, I foresee you'll see Roman very soon following that, because if that's the case, then they're probably going to do that tag team match at SummerSlam. But if Roman shows up here, then I foresee you may see Seth and Roman, their conclusion at SummerSlam, because Roman is scheduled to return around SummerSlam time. So I don't know if they have him in a tag team match with Punk against Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, or if they have him in a straight one-on-one match with Seth. But like I said, I mentioned Goldberg and Gunther. I don't really foresee that going more than 5 minutes, nor should it, because obviously Goldberg, you know, in his prime, Goldberg was really a 3-minute match type guy, but now when he's like 50 plus and this is his retirement match, he shouldn't really go more than 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So you know, I've heard rumblings of, you know, people saying that, you know, he might win the championship. I swear to God, I do not want to see this guy walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion. I think that would be a disgrace to everybody involved. I think that would really just sabotage Gunther. But I don't really think he's walking out as the World Heavyweight Champion. I think Gunther is going to walk out of Saturday night's main event, still the World Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, I don't know if we get a teased cash in by Seth. I don't know if we just get Gunther beats Goldberg clean. I don't know what the deal is, but Gunther is going to walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion on Saturday night's main event. But post your comments down below of your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we'll see Roman Reigns return? Whether or not we'll see him at SummerSlam? Let me know what you guys think down below. And until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.